All right, Music Posse, let's put a pause on it. Good Tuesday, late morning, everyone. I wanted to get my co-host to join me. And for both of us, I have a feeling, maybe it feels like a Monday, right? So here we go. Hey, does it feel like a Monday to you, Jason?
Yeah, it feels like every Monday all rolled into one.
I know that's the thing with the long holiday weekends. You know, when we get back into our routine and grind, it feels like, okay, it's Monday accelerated.
Yeah, it's
so
a lot.
Yeah, a lot. I'm with you there. I'm with you there. So hey, Jason, talk to me about this. You know, another year, another Memorial Day holiday right behind us.
Right.
What's happening with the business, the industry of real estate? What's changing right now as you see it from a big picture?
Yeah, big picture, we're really looking at the change in the age of our average buyer.
Yeah,
it's been a huge thing, and I mean, the average age now is 59. So we're skewing as old as I don't know, historically, maybe this is the oldest the market has ever skewed for buyers and sellers.
Yeah.
I think I looked at the numbers, it's almost 50% of the market is now, you know, almost is retired. So that's a lot of folks out there. And I think a lot of my agents are focused on the younger crowd, on the social media and stuff. So we're trying to shift and talk more about equity and retirement and downsizing and kind of rolling that into our marketing plans, because that's where the clients are. That's where the people are right now, you know. So
yeah. So this is a crowd. This is a crowd that a lot of agents and brokers are trying to engage with on social media. They're younger, first-time buyers, single, maybe recently engaged, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the oxymoron, just like you said, is the age of the current seller and buyer has pushed to such a higher number.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably seeing it too. First-time home buyers.
I do.
Age is record high now.
It is.
What is it, 41? I can't remember.
40.
That's insane. First-time home buyers, 40 on average now. So, I mean, yeah, young people are not buying houses for a lot of reasons, but it's leading to a shift in the way we think about things for sure. So,
Well, what is one reason you can think of that the younger first-time home buyer is not buying a home?
I mean, lack of inventory, obviously.
Okay, I believe that.
Yeah, and lack of affordability. So,
bingo.
That's another one. So most of the new construction is not starter homes. It's it's that bigger tier of home, because the margins on starter homes are tighter for new construction for these companies. So they're building the McMansion kind of bigger houses because they make more money with those.
Yeah.
So
or what I see is they're not per se building the bigger home, but they are glamming it up so much with expensive this, that, and whatever, that pushes the price point upwards, where your younger first-time home buyer may have a hard time looking in the mirror and say, I can afford this.
Yeah.
Right?
And when I say bigger home, I'm not talking about like 10,000 square foot. I mean, 2,500 square feet or bigger.
Is this,
you want to get a starter home at like 2,000 or less square feet. That's a good starter home, little 2-bedroom or a little something like that. But I mean, those houses they're not out there anymore. It's just, they're not building. They're definitely not building those. So it makes it hard for new people.
Yeah. They're not out there as much as before. And when they show up out there, they get scooped up pretty quickly. That's what I see.
Yeah.
Right.
I see people too. I'm on some of these government boards, where real estate government boards, and a lot of people want to blame like local ordinances and local governments, but this has been an ongoing problem for like 25 years. If you look at the statistics, after 2008, we went through 10 years where we had the lowest rate of new build construction in America since the World War II,
Right.
But when you just look at the data, it just tells you that there's more going on than people want to simplify everything, but there's a lot of things going on with this.
Yeah. I hear you. Let's move the conversation to some common myths of your VA or veteran buyer. And let me ask this question of you. You served in the military, so rewind the clock. What were some myths you might recall when you bought your first real estate property using a VA loan?
Yeah, I mean, initially I thought there was a limit, and back in the day there were limits on how much you could get. That's changed. Now there are no limits. If you qualify for a $10 million home, you can finance a $10 million home. It's you never would, but it's now there are no limits. So if you want to get a higher priced, you want to do a jumbo, something like that, with your VA benefit, you can do that. So that's a big one. I still run into that a lot. A lot of veterans think they can't. They're in a high cost
area. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like in New York, a DC, Seattle, LA, Chicago.
Yeah.
They think, I can't afford anything.
San Diego.
Yeah, that's a expensive one. And they think, I got to move to Tennessee or something. But no, you don't have to. You can if you qualify, you can buy something. So, and then you don't have PMI, so that helps too. So, go ahead.
You're spot on. I think the loan limit was a thing of the past. Fast forward to now, the loan limit is really kind of governed by what you qualify as far as your ability to repay the loan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you and I both know what really drives what you qualify for is your streams of income. So if you are a veteran, if you're now working in the corporate world as a civilian, you've got your actively earned W-2 income or 1099 income, perhaps. And then if you receive any type of VA disability income, that's also something that can add to the income pot as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
More income is better.
More income is better. Less debt is always better too. Yes.
Of course.
Yep. And that's how you veterans. Yes, I'm calling out to all of you That's how you control your affordability. How large of a loan? It really boils down at the end of the day to income, your qualifying income, offset by whatever monthly recurring debt expenses that you are carrying. So let's talk about how your team of agents and brokers, or in general, agents and brokers generally, are better positioned or should be better positioned to serve those veterans, because you and I both know veterans are always mission focused and very disciplined toward goals. Yeah. So you, as a managing broker, owner of your brokerage, what advice, what words of wisdom do you share with your team? You have to be mission focused and disciplined as well. Talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, when dealing, first off, in our area, we have what's called an MRP certification, Military Relocation Professional.
Yeah,
it's a 1 or 2 day course. It's one of the first certifications I ever got when I joined up in the real estate business. So I always encourage my people to get that certification. Just helps you understand some of the basic terminology and stuff. But when it comes to you have to be mission driven and focused. You have to have a very clear plan of action with military members and veterans. You have to have clearly set goalposts that you got to hit by certain dates.
Yeah.
You don't want anything to be, it doesn't need to be warm and fuzzy. It needs to be very clear. There needs to be a very clear plan. And there needs to be accountability in that plan. It needs to be communicated. And things tend to move faster with those clients too. They tend to make decisions a lot quicker. They're going to tell you, if you give them a very clear outline and ask them the right questions, they're going to tell you exactly what they're looking for. So it should be pretty easy. You know, a lot of military clients, when I was doing these relocations, this is pre-COVID, I would take out the spouse and the military member would be on a boat somewhere looking through the video. And we'd run through 30 houses in a weekend, you know, and then they would pick one and that would be it. It'd be over.
That would be it. Yeah.
And you'd have to set those expectations like, look, we're going to get through this many houses. They're in these 4 areas that you like. They're all within your price range and you're going to pick one. And it's a little different than other clientele. You know, you don't have to have as soft a touch, but you do have to have the objectives up front, very clearly defined.
Yeah, that is so well said. And I'm glad I could pick your brain, ask you to go back in time and, you know, give us a sneak peek to when you served in the forces. Yes, being mission critical, very disciplined, what really matters in the other aspects of your life events. So audience members, if you are a first-time buyer, a first-time seller, a repeat buyer, a repeat seller, and you feel that I need that team to help me drive toward my goals, to be very mission-focused, disciplined each and every step of the way, how can you get in touch with Jason to start a conversation? All you have to do is simply scan the QR code that you see here for Jason. And along the way, yes, should you need help benefiting from your VA loan, where there is no loan limit, it's only controlled by your qualifying income and your monthly recurring debt expenses, scan the QR code that you see next to me. Both of us will serve as resources for your real estate dream team to help you get to your goals. So Music Posse, let's play us out of this Memorial Day short week live stream of serving veterans who served us. Here we go.